well bowled. A bit of shape there.
Yeah, a bit of. We commented all day yesterday how the new ball swung, and it looks to be doing that again this morning.
Yeah, expecting it's a bit overcast here today, so expecting the ball to swing a little bit early. At the end of the first over, Dragons 3 for none.
When I was out in the middle this morning having a look at the wicket, I was talking to some of the coaches, and Ben Ito from the Turtles is a very happy man with 2 victories yesterday, and he said, you know, it's a lot different than when you're playing in a tournament. You can impact in the field or with the ball or with the bat, but as a coach, you sort of have to sit back and watch, which is a bit harder.
Yeah, a bit challenging, changing from player to coach. It's how do you control? You can't really impact the game apart from the coaching side of things.
Yeah.
Strategy and tactic wise, but you can't actually go out there and do it yourself. So, create a bit of anxious, or a bit of anxiety about that. Get a bit anxious, especially when it gets tight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when it come down to the crunch, and they won that game off the last ball with a 6.
Fantastic finish over there on ground 2. So we have Jack Stavridis open the bowling here for the Vipers. Oh, nice start. Bit of shape.
Yeah, lovely ball. And Ben was saying that another challenging thing with the tournament and the Futures League is about giving everybody a go in the tournament as well. And he said balancing the team with 2 wicket keepers, having to play 3 games each, you have to put them in the field and make sure you've got a good balance.
Yeah, of course. It's a good opportunity for everyone to play some cricket here in this tournament. So they do rotate the squads through the games, which is fantastic to see. We'll slash it. We'll be safe. 1 down to third man. Score and move to 4.
Yeah, and when I was coaching in the JPL last year, it had the same thing. You sort of pick a team and then, oh no, this guy has to be rested in this game, and it's a little bit tricky to get the right balance. But it is good for these young boys that they've come from a long way away, so they're guaranteed to get a go.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure everyone does get an opportunity with bat and ball to showcase their talents, which is always great to see. Just a bit of a regulation field, but a bit of a shortish cover there. Well, he's walking into a bit of a catching position. Oh, big swing. Big swing. Yoga Fletcher trying to smash it over the cover region.
Yeah, that's the shot to play though. Tony DeZorzi was talking yesterday when we interviewed him about taking smart risks when you're in the T20 game.
It's great to have Tony up here in the commentary box. Oh, nice and full. Oh, they're going for 1. If he hits, he's out. Oh! Jeez.
Yeah, that's ambitious.
I don't mind this, though. They're putting a bit of pressure on the field, hitting it and running.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was really good to have Tony up here, and thanks again for his time. And talking to a few people this morning around the ground, and yeah, people who listened to it were, said it was great that to have an international player's insights as well as him commentating on the game as well was cool.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Thanks to Tony for coming up yesterday. Nice and full. Our bowl. Nice over here from Jack.
So yeah,
Stavridis is coming in well here, Nick.
Yeah, it looks to be getting a bit of pace and definitely getting some outswing. It's going a long way.
That's better.
Yeah, and as Tony was saying about the smart risk, and he said if the ball's outside off like that and it's an outswinger, the risk of you trying to hit a cover drive with no slip in, and whether you go over the field or through the field, is a very low risk, and that's what he said he wants to do when he's batting.
Okay.
When he's going to take a risk, but he wants to make it a smart risk.
Yeah, so trying to take a risk but minimise the effect of the risk if things go astray.
Yeah, because if you snick one, there's no slip, so it's less chance of getting out. Whereas if you're trying to hit that over mid-wicket when the ball's swinging towards the slips, much higher risk.
The Dragons 5 for none off 2 overs. Are we looking to get going here? Dylan looks to cover. Nope, bit of misfield, but no run.
Kaiwell looks to have some good rhythm as he's coming into the crease.
Nice shot. That'll be 4 off the legs. Dylan Fujioka Fletcher flicks it away for 4. Nice shot. Dragons go to 9. Have a look here on the replay. Bit short. Just powered it through the leg side.
Yeah, he definitely hit that out of the middle. And as we saw yesterday, the ground's in great condition. The ball's travelling across the outfield.
Quickened up in the afternoon, I thought. Got a bit of heat. Bit dry. Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again. Good shot.
Yeah, that's race to the fence. That comes straight out of the middle.
Dropped it in short again. Fletcher said, thank you very much. He moves to 9. The Dragons up to 13. Nice start here early in the power play for the Dragons. I'm looking to capitalise this over. Have a look down the replay. Just a bit short there. It's too good for him.
Yeah, Kaiwell bowled in the first game yesterday morning. Excuse me. 2 overs, none for 3.
He bowled well, didn't he?
Oh.
Bowled him. Oh, he looked to work on the leg side. Just have a look on the replay. Played all around it. Too good, Kaiwell. Just moving back a little bit. Took the top of off. Good comeback.
Yeah, that's how you want to bowl after getting hit for 2 4s. That's definitely the way you want to come back. That was a really nice in-swinger.
Was well bowled. Good comeback. Dropped in 2 short ones in a row and fought back well and got himself a wickets. The Dragons lose their first wicket for 13. Vipers looking for their first win of the tournament. Of course, they went down the last ball of the day yesterday to the Turtles. Kazumasa Hiratsuka hitting a big 6 to win the game last ball. Straight over mid-off.
Yeah, that was definitely the talk of the ground at the end of the day, wasn't it?
It was.
The 6 to win the game. And he only needed 4, but 6 certainly put the issue beyond doubt. I think from what we saw yesterday and that dismissal then, if the ball is short, yeah, it's okay to hit through the leg side and give it a whack. But when it's on the stumps, really the only shot the batsmen have got is to hit straight. It's still all right to play that shot if you're going to try and hit it straight down the ground, but across the line is a bit risky.
It's really front foot. You've got to get out of the front foot on this wicket, I find.
Yeah.
Don't really have the pace of the bowlers to really dig it in and get it up. Playing the front foot, I find it going to minimise that risk of the ball shooting through a bit lower.
Yeah, and even the shots that Fletcher played before, he was sort of on the front foot pulling the ball. Yes. You can still play that shot on this wicket.
Nothing to bowl. Well bowled. Okay, the new batsman is captain Kato Stafford. Played a fantastic innings yesterday in the second game where he did a bit of an anchor and put on a 90 odd run partnership with Doggett.
Yeah, he batted well in both games yesterday.
For the 5th wicket, I think they came together at 29 for 4. It's a great partnership. Bowls, leg side. Oh, there's a noise, he's got him! Leg side catch by Chris Bain, gives it out. Good comeback by Kyle. Always picked up 2 wickets. We have a look here in the replay. Yep, definitely got some bat to it. Long way down the leg side.
It's come right off the middle. Unfortunately, it just went to the keeper.
Eventful over here for Kai Wall. He's got 2 wickets, 8 runs. Vipers hit back hard after Fujioka Fletcher banged a couple 4s early in the over. Dragons 13 for 2.
Yeah, that's definitely a good comeback. I mean, you're always a bit lucky bowling a ball down the leg side to get a wicket, but you'll take it anyway it comes. But the first wicket he got was an absolute ripper. It was a good catch by the wicketkeeper then. Young Akash Gimine, who batting yesterday had a really good knock in the second game that they played 50 odd runs off about 40 balls.
New over. Batsman in is Chihaya Arakawa. Comes to the crease. Second over here for Jack Stavridis. Nice and full. Another dots.
Yeah, young Arakawa didn't have a great day yesterday.
Oh, yes. He unfortunately didn't trouble the scorecard. Hopefully he gets some runs today.
Yeah. He's got a chance now. He's in early and good chance to have a look and hopefully kick on.
All coming in. Oh, well, bowled just outside off stump. Gotta be careful there. Arakawa. Oh, sorry.
Chowdhury.
Lost that streaming for us. Oh, we're back on board. So it's Chowdhury facing.
Yeah, the shot he played after he missed the ball was much better than the one he played to the actual ball.
Bowls. Oh, he's gone aerial. It's high off the bat. Safe. They'll get one. Score moves to 14.
He would have been a little bit nervous watching that one lob over the bowler's head. But that was a better shot than the one he played the ball before, just hanging his bat out there. And here's Arakawa to face now.
Oh, well bowled. Get one down to third man. Dragons up to 15 for 2. Nice and full again, big in the air and out. Full toss, gets the wicket. Chowdhury out for 5. Let's have a look on the replay. Look, he got a bit full on him, he just spooned it to short cover. That's pretty much what happened. You'll be disappointed with that Chowdhury. Dragons in trouble here, 15 for 3.
Yeah, if he watches the replay, he won't be happy with that at all. Just almost like he was trying to hit catching practice, unfortunately.
Dragons losing clump of wickets again, just like yesterday.
Yeah, they're in trouble again. They need a partnership here. Stavridis has picked up a wicket. Today he bowled 4 overs, 1 for 24 in the game against the Turtles yesterday, and which is quite good bowling, and he started off really well this morning.
Oh, got some pastries up in the box here today. It's quite good, isn't it? Got some apple danishes. Pull them out for a little bit of a snack. What do you reckon, Nick?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, bangs it in.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to an apple Danish. They're homemade, are they, Todd?
Homemade from the Combini 7-Eleven. Yes, they are.
Yeah, the convenience stores in Japan, you can pretty much get anything you want, and the food there is actually really good.
It is proper meals, everything. Cool. So for dots.
Yeah, the bentos you can buy, the sandwiches, frozen food that you can heat up instant. It's all good, and Japan, you can't go very far in Japan without running into a convenience store either.
They're everywhere, literally everywhere. It's fantastic. Ball continues. Oh, a bit short. Straight to the man at points for no run. What do you think the Dragons will be looking at here, Nick? I think about maybe at this stage 120, 130 still. Only 3 down. Yeah,
it's a bit similar to the innings that they played the 2 games yesterday. A few wickets early and had to consolidate, and we sort of said 120.
The batting a little bit different today. It's Doggett's resting, and Jake Kusada Nan resting too. So a couple different players will get an opportunity today with the bat.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm not sure how that will impact their run scoring ability. Definitely with Doggett out, and he batted very well yesterday.
Fantastic innings. All continues. He's bowling well. He's impressive here this spell.
Yeah, he's bowling really well. I spoke to young Doggett this morning, Kose, and he was very happy with the way he batted yesterday. He said at the first game it took a bit to get the feel of the wicket, but yeah, once he got in, he said it was quite good to bat on. And he played some lovely shots.
Bowl's full. Nice shot through cover. That'll run away for 4.
That might be the shot of the tournament so far.
Arakawa smashes through the cover. 4 Dragons go to 20. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful cover drive.
Perfect shot.
A few more of those and we'll have to up the projected score over 120, mate.
We will. Just what the Dragons needed. They get another boundary here. Last ball the over. Put a bit of pressure on. Just 1 over left in the power play after this. Leg side. That'll be a wide.
Yeah, as we noted yesterday, and then you in T20 when you're watching it, it quite often happens. The batting side looks to be under pressure, and they get 1 good over, and the context of the game changes.
You can really blow it apart in 1 good over. Then a bit of confidence in the batting and get on a bit of a roll. Leg side again.
All seems to have lost his radar here.
Still got a bit of swing there.
Yeah, but definitely that 1 good over, and same with the ball as well. And it also forces the captain of the fielding side to maybe change what he was going to do.
Definitely. Oh, nice shot. That'll be 4.
That's a very nice cut shot.
Arakawa again. He's on 9. Dragons up to 26 from 5 overs.
I thought talking of captaincy, I thought the captains all did a good job yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Thought in the afternoon games, some got a bit tired, and
Yeah, and it's not an easy job. And like, I've only captained a few games at T20, and it was everything happens at 100 miles an hour when you're out in the field. And I thought, for these young fellas who, they've played cricket, but you wouldn't say they've played a lot of cricket, and to captain in a tournament like this, I thought they all did well. Probably need to work on their field placement timings. We ran over in the second game yesterday. Young Tim Moore is into the attack here.
yeah, new bowlers and Tim Moore.
He was a member of the under-19 squad that went to Singapore last week. He's quite a quick young bowler with. He also bats well. He got a score of 30 yesterday.
Oh, big leg side, nice shot. Car was up to 10 of 7, 10 of 8. Dragons 28.
I think we noticed yesterday a few of the batsmen were really trying to belt the ball when it was on that leg side line, but Arakawa just seemed to help that on its way.
No run.
No run to point. That one was a little bit shorter outside off, and the batsman couldn't take advantage of it, unfortunately. Hiratsuka. 1 off 2.
Good running.
Yeah, he was out of the blocks quickly, and a very good call. I think something all the coaches of this tournament could work on with their players is the calling and the running between wickets.
Tim Moore continues. Full toss.
Well, they're running hard.
Arakawa. Oh, no, only one. He's up to 11. Dragons up to 30. This last over the power play.
They looked to be going for 2 then, and I think Arakawa slipped at the bowler's end and he was sent back, which is a good decision.
Bangs it in. Nice little late cut. Goes to 3. End of the power play, Dragons 31 for 3. Quick little update of the game over in ground 2. We've got the Turtles playing the Gorillas. Turtles 35 for 1 from their 7 overs. Ishan Lal 10. And Kazumatsa, the hero of yesterday, on 12. Bowling change here on ground 1. For the Vipers, that's Gabriel Hins coming to bowl. What's it?
We
Looks like he's going some spin.
apologise to the Hins family. We called the 2 boys as Hines all day yesterday, and it was pointed out to us that the pronunciation is Hins, so
Yes.
apologies there.
The power play here. We've got a couple of fielders out. We've got deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket, long on outside the circle. Gabriel on his leggies. Nice start.
As a lot of the young players tend to do, and in international cricket, the leg spinners get a good run up, don't they?
They really get into the
wicket,
crease
yeah.
and try and get that rotation.
That might be the Rashid Khan effect.
Yeah,
coming
he's
into
very
play.
on too, isn't he?
Mm.
Very skiddy bowler. Gets really through the crease. Good start here from Gabrielle. Sorry. I want to say Hines. It's Hins. Apologise again. Well bowled. Good
Hey, he's
pressure
hit the
here.
spot.
3 dots.
He's hit the spot off the go, hasn't he?
Yeah, looks good. Oh, thick edge for no run. 4 dots, building some pressure here. Because there's no one out with the outfield on the offside. So I think Hatsuka's trying to get it through the cover region. But good for him at the moment, the bowler. Ins. Oh, nice shot. That'd be 4. Yep, it was 4. Hiratsuka. Nice shot. Moves up to 7, dragons up to 35. Just a bit over pitch there.
Yeah, a little bit full, but I don't mind seeing that.
That was good. Bowling well. Nice shot. He's looking to work through the offside there. Yeah, got one away.
Because it was still of a length where he had to play a good shot to get 4, and it was. That's what he did. You can't do
Mid-off
anything about that.
goes back. Sure, well bowled. Late Dave, we're going to go for 1. Will be not outs. Running between the wickets there.
Yeah, that was a genuine edge. Might want to sneak a little first slip in there, mate.
Pretty quick, Adakawa.
Yeah. I've been impressed with the fielding of the Vipers so far this morning. I was talking to their coach, Reo Sakurano, and he was a little bit disappointed in the first game yesterday with their application with the ball and with the bat. They were rolled for 60. So he said he was looking for more application today, and they've definitely shown that.
I think they hit back in the afternoon game yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they did.
Got beaten by the Turtles, are undefeated last ball of the game, so they were able to turn it around from the morning game to the afternoon, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, and they were quite disappointed to let that one slip. They were in the box seat for that game, and the Turtles played very well to get over them.
Tim Moore continues from the school end. That's looking to go leg side. No run.
Yeah, I think Reo would be very happy with what he's seen in the early stages of this game from the boys in the field.
Yeah, they've been quite good. The energy's good.
Yeah.
Nice bowling. Nice and straight. Oh, they're going to sneak through for a run. Good running.
Very good. And it's always a good sign too when your infielders are hitting the stumps.
It is.
That means they're switched on and, ready to cut that run off or get the run out. These boys are quick between the wickets. How would you have gone sneaking through there, Todd? Do you reckon you've made that?
I probably still wouldn't be through the crease, I reckon. Take a while for me to get through pretty quick. Oh, nice shot through the leg side. Dropped it in a bit short. Adakawa races away to the boundary. He moves to 15. Dragons, nice little partnership here, up to 41.
Yeah, I'd tell you what, that bat he's got has got a good middle because he didn't really hit that with any great force, but he played it very well.
More just dropping a little bit short there. These two looking to be quite aggressive at the crease here. Adakawa and Hiratsuka going quite well. Let's come back for more.
There seems to be a little bit more carry with the ball today. Would you agree? It looks to be getting through a bit more bounce than yesterday.
Yeah, I think wicket's playing quite well today,
Yeah.
as it did yesterday.
Some of those short balls yesterday, it played very well, but they didn't sort of get on through the wicket. They sat up a little bit or a bit slow.
Yeah, it can be a bit slow here at times. But, oh, well bowled.
But we've seen a few pull shots now, forward of square leg, and
Yes.
that always shows that the ball's coming on to the bat, which we didn't really see yesterday.
No, we didn't. especially in the afternoon game. I think the spinners can get some good turn. It dries out a bit in the afternoon. Oh, a bit of variation there. No run.
Is that a slower ball that might have swung a bit too?
Looked like it to me, actually. It did swing a little bit.
Very
a bit
good
of
ball.
variation. Well bowled. Moore will finish off his over. He's got 10, none for 10. After 8 overs, the Dragons are 41 for 3. Looks like Hinz will get another over at the other end. Just an update over on ground 2. We've got the Turtles taking on the Gorillas. Turtles batting first. After 9 overs, 46 for 1. Michelle Nails 15 off 31 and Kazumatsu Hiratsuka's 14 off 11. 3 fours.
Hinz started well, but it might be one of those overs where the Dragons might want to target the bowler. With the offside field being up, if he throws the ball up outside off, it might be a chance for them to try and score a few boundaries.
Put another man over in the cover region. So they've got a cover, extra cover, bit of a backward point, short third man. Mid-offs come up, so it's interesting. For the old sneaky, he hit it when it's a wide trick, and the umpire wasn't going to fall for that one.
Yeah, so I mean that brings that shot over cover mid-off into play, doesn't it, with the field all being up?
We saw him quite strong through the offside last over, and I think they'll be looking to bang it through with no one out there, if they can get one out like that.
That seemed to turn a bit.
That'll be another wide. A little bit of turn. He's at 42. Oh. Batsman looking to use his feet. Good to see. Good pitch to the ball. I think he saw it coming and just dragged it down a little bit. Well bowled.
But he did well there, the batsman, to not, go through with his shot and just hit the ball up in the air or get stumped. He actually covered it well.
Cover goes out to deep cover. Oh, he's on the sweep. Nice shot. That'll just be one. He's up to 44. Oh, he dragged it in short. I'll get one on the leg side. He's getting a bit of turn out there.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit in the wicket. Talking to a few of the leg spinners yesterday, I was having a chat to them this morning, and they were quite happy to bowl on a pitch like this that gives them a bit of turn.
I think, especially for some overseas players, they play on some wickets that are just pretty much like bowling on the road, and you can't get any purchase, so it must be inviting for those bowlers to come here and get a bit of turn in Sarnoff.
Yeah, definitely. They were quite happy with the wicket.
See if Ratsuka can get one through the offside here. Oh, he tried. It's close. Oh, gee, I thought his foot might have been in the air there for a second.
He did come out, but he got back in time.
Umpire says not outs.
Umpire moves in to fix the stumps. Yeah, the play set to resume.
Oh, nice shot. He's hit it straight. Let's get one. At the end of the 9th over, the Dragons move up to 46 for 3. Arakawa 16, Haratsuka on 11.
Yeah, back to the spinning wickets. I think it's good when there's, I suppose you could say, just enough spin. Like we saw some of the series that have played in Sri Lanka and India even, where it just goes sideways and up and down, and very, very hard for the batsman to get in. But I think this type of wicket that, gives the bowler a chance to spin it 2 or 3 inches, is very good.
Yeah, it's good. It gives the bowlers a good opportunity and still a good batting wicket, which is what we like to see. Bowling change here. But,
Yes.
Number. I didn't see the number. Number 6, which is Rizwan Khan. We get a bowl from the school end. Just sorting out his field. That's third man just coming around a bit finer. He's not happy with that. Got deep mid wicket and a deep backward square leg and a fine leg on the boundary. Oh, nice shot through covers. Didn't get all of it. He stopped in there by the fielder for 1 inside the circle. Dragons move to 47.
Yeah, young Hidatsuka certainly had a go at it. Didn't quite get it out of the middle of the bat. It was a good shot though.
Oh, it's straight. Good running between the wickets.
Those batsmen seem to be batting on or outside leg stump, which I think with the ball swinging away from them like this, it might be an idea to get across the middle or even middle and off.
Yeah, it could be an opportunity to maybe further across and try and smack it through the covers. We've got no one on the boundary on the offside, just the third man. Oh, that'll be a wide.
Extension of the arms.
Oh, we've got a wicket over on ground 2, it looks like. Turtles, that'll be the second wicket. They're 52 for 2. Sorry, 56 for 2. Back here on ground 1. Can't just lose his radar a bit. He's on wide offside, then push one down leg for 4. Dragons will move up to 54. Just slipped out of his hand a little bit and just pushed it down leg side.
Yeah, I'm talking to a few of the coaches this morning, and they were a little bit not concerned, but the amount of wides and extras yesterday.
This is interesting. Right arm around the wicket here to the right-hand batsman. I've seen that many times, but see what happens. Oh, it'd be pretty good to get an elbow from there. That'd be 1.
Yes, an ambitious appeal, I think, when you go around the wicket.
An elbow from right arm around the wicket to the right hand, I'll be pretty impressed.
Yeah, the coaches were a bit worried about the amount of extras. And particularly in T20 cricket, you give away 10 or 15 or 20 runs, plus the extra ball you got to bowl. And it's not, they're not like free-flowing batting wickets either, so it makes it hard when you've got to go and chase them.
Oh, he's pushed it across. All right. And a bit of outswing there. Is it or just the angle going
No,
across?
I think it swung.
Yeah.
It's an interesting tactic here.
Oh, full toss. Probably done better. Interesting, the fielder was a long way in. He probably should be inside the circle if he's that close to it. Would have caught it.
He's only 10 metres
very shallow
behind the circle.
And he was walking in. He was just off the synthetic there. Probably interesting place again. Down comes into bowl. Oh, that's a good ball. Well bowled. That's a ripper. Cut him in half from around the wicket. That'll be the end of the over. Dragons 56 for 3. Nice delivery there, the end of the over.
Yeah, back to that full toss. I think there was quite a few balls yesterday that full tosses or balls that you might consider a boundary ball that just didn't get dispatched by the batsman. And not even in T20 cricket, in any cricket, if the bowler gives you an opportunity like that, you just got to make the most of it.
Yeah, you got to take your chances, that's for sure.
Yeah. Monty Hins to continue.
Cover out. 3 men out on the leg side. Oh, he's gone up. It's straight up in the air. It should be out. Good catch in the end. Arakawa's out for 18. Vipers hit back. Dragons lose their 4th wicket, 56 runs. Did well in the end. He got there and a little jump. A little bit of a hop, skip and a jump. Take the catch.
Not quite sure who it was that took the catch. Maybe
was it Jack? So, Stavridis? Maybe? It's hard to see from our position here. We can't really see the number on the back of the shirt.
Yeah, the white number on the yellow shirt is a bit too far from my eyes.
It's a bit overcast today. We both wear glasses, so we're struggling as it is for our eyesight. So, of course, it's a nice day here today. A bit hot yesterday. We've got a bit of cloud cover today, so it's quite pleasant here in Sano. Of course, at the foothills of Mount Karasawa in Sano Tochigi, cricket is played in Japan. One of the venues, the main venue of cricket in Japan is up here in Sano. Of course, you can follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, at Cricket Japan, or Japan Cricket, search that and give us a follow. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Japan Cricket. Late cut for one, we're going to run. Oh, I don't think it's out. Let's sneak a little run through. They're the ones that the coaches love, those runs.
Good fielding again from Stavridis to hit the stumps. So it wasn't him that took the catch at mid-on just before.
I think it might have been Hugo Tanny Kelly. He's the man at 45 there.
It was a really good catch.
Oh, gee, it's a bit of a hoik. Chip shot. The pitching wedge out there, like a little golf shot.
Yeah, if we can go back to the concept of smart risk, I'm not sure if that's the the best risky to take there. With the ball spinning away.
The outside off little flick to the leg side. Dragons up to 50, 58. Oh, we've got a shout here. Not outs. Because 12. Ooh.
That was very close. Might have just pitched outside leg.
Oh, dragged it down. Let's get a little one on the leg. Oh, it might come back for 2 here. No, good decision. Well done by the keeper.
Umpire Chris Bain had a very good look at that, very close look at that LB, and
yeah, not outs.
Yes, finger didn't move.
Might have hit him outside the line. Some desserts up here in the commentary box. Custard, what is that there?
Custard eclairs.
Custard eclairs. Magnificent. Top ball.
Once again, 7-Eleven's come up with the goods here.
So that, those wondering at home, Danishes and eclairs up here in the box. Bit of snack. Keep us going. And then the over. The Dragons, 59 for 4. Update on ground 2. We've got the Turtles, of course, taking on the Gorillas. Turtles won their first 2 games of the tournament. Gorillas looking for a win to potentially take their spot in the final, depending on results. 3 teams who can... Oh, shot over there, ground 2. Well field on the boundary for 1. See who can make the final. Of course, the final this afternoon, starting at 2:30 Japan Standard Time. Now we've got Khan continuing. He's gone back over the wicket. Well, well.
Yeah, I think that's a good move to come back over the wicket.
Yeah, he's going to have to shape away anyway. So
yeah, you take a lot of dismissals out of the game by going around the wicket.
LBW, of course, very hard to get an LBW bowling around the right arm around the wicket to a right hand. Ooh, nice and full. I'll take one and Dragons up to 60. So 60 through into the 12th over here. What do you think what's your projection of the score, Nick?
Yeah, they need to try and get a little bit of a wriggle on. I think you'd want to get to 120.
I think it looks alright out there today batting. I think 120, maybe 130, but depending how they're going, maybe 120 is probably the target. A shot. Didn't really get it. Let's take one. Let's set the Dragons to 61.
I think they really need it needs to be at least a runner ball. They just can't afford to have any dots.
Yeah, they've got to score every ball.
Yeah. There's got to be a run and push the twos. There's lots of gaps.
Oh no! Someone drop it. Catch over the boundary for 6 on ground 2. Oh, well bowled. Gee, that's a good day. I like this. I like Carney.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a bit there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He can move it away.
Seems to have found his radar now.
Mm.
But again, that ball, it just has to be nudged down to third man.
Yes.
It was a good ball, but you have to be looking to score. With no slipping, that has to be bat on balls.
Oh, well bowled. A big appeal. Not out.
Very good appeal from young Khan. Good follow through too. He was all the way down the pitch.
Khan continues. Oh, well bowled again. He's bowling a good line and length. That'll be the end of the 12th over. Dragons 61 for 4. Bowler continues. He's gone down the wicket. It's high off the bat. It's going to be a chance. Should be caught and is. Shatoro Hiratsuka hits it straight to the man at long on. We'll go for 14. The Dragons 61 for 5. He picks up his second wicket. So the Dragons lose their 5th wicket. Shotaro Hiratsuka was on 14. He was going okay. So new batsman in. So we see, you can't see who it is yet. We're waiting for the numbers to come up, but he'll have to get going. Looks like it is Ridvik Sivakuma coming into bat. join Monty Hins. Gabriel picks up his second wicket. Figures a 2 for 13, 3.1. He's bowled very well. Quite impressed.
Yeah, he has. He's bowled right on the spot.
Oh, well. Oh, hit and run out chance? No, I think he might have been safe anyway. But,
Sivakuma got run out yesterday without facing a ball. So
yes, of course. The diamond duck.
Probably not his fault yesterday, but he almost ran himself out then. I like that field placement there, just in from the edge of the circle, stopping the single.
Yeah, you got to be on it. They've got a few singles here, the Dragon, quick singles, and now there's a conscious effort from the fielding team to make sure they're in quick, especially the man at short on the circle, third man inside the circle. But
good run.
Nice shot just in between the two fielders, and they'll pick up one. Dragons move to 63.
Run rate's dropped again, under 5.
Oh. Been good bowling in the last few overs, really put the clamp on the batting team and the Dragons. At the end of the 13th over, the score is 63 for 5. Bowling change. So we have Shima Fujioka Fletcher coming into bowl, brother of Dylan.
Yes, I met him this morning. Yeah.
He's going to come in and bowl his right arm pace.
A tall young fella.
He's tall. A lot of the young men in this tournament are quite big, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nice start. Well bowled, nice and straight. Well played. And the third man, I'll pick up one. It's probably something we haven't really seen too much of. The pushing down the third man thing.
Yeah, I think the Vipers have bowled a very good line today. Of course, there's been a few balls down leg, but generally they've been on and around off stump. And if they're going to bowl that line, you have to be able to put the ball down through third man.
The Vipers are putting the squeeze on the Dragons.
Generally not that kind of snake. They're more venomous than wrapping themselves around, but they're definitely acting more like pythons here at the moment.
Idea wide. Dragons up to 65. late cut and I'll get one.
That's the shot. 5 for 65. You'd like to see at least one boundary and over now, Todd.
Yeah, definitely. I need to really up the scoring rate there. 66, 2 balls to go on the 14th. Nice push, I'll get one. Look at 2, but I don't think there's 2 there.
Finally, did a good job to get in off the rope then.
Let's pick up another one. They'll get a 68 at the end of the 14th over. Let's see what come on 3. Hins on 6. Last 6 overs here. They'll be looking to get going here, Nick.
Yeah, you'd think so. And Gabriel Hins is out of the attack now after bowling his 4 overs.
So the new bowler in. It's Hugo Tanny Kelly took that nice catch before. Is going to come in and have a bowl.
I think it was Tony Kelly that bowled the last over yesterday.
Oh, the big game.
The big game, yeah.
Round 2. Oh, bowl. Good turn.
Well taken by the wicketkeeper there too.
Tossed it up and got a bit of turn there. Bowled in, dragged it on. Hugo Tanny Kelly gets a wicket with his second ball. Sivakumar will have to go for 3 in the Dragons. 68 for 6. Just threw it up wide of off stump, looking to. He was looking to go a bit leg side. It wasn't really the shot. Bottom edge crashes into the stumps, and the Vipers pick up their 6th wicket.
Yeah, the Dragons, there's been a few dismissals trying to hit the ball through the leg side, but when they've played through the offside, they've actually scored runs. Like that was way outside off stump there.
Was.
Even though he's an off spinner and it's spinning back in, but that was quite. It's difficult to get the ball, even if you hit it out of the middle. You're going to struggle to get more than one from that shot.
Well, the breaking in for the wicket with score up there in ground 2. Got the Turtles 92 for 3. Kazumasa Haratsuga 37 off 33. Just say Ando just came in. He did a 4 first ball. 4 off 1. The Turtles 92 for 3 against the Gorillas. Here on ground 1. New batsman is Riku. I have trouble with this name. Nagal. Been a bit short there by Tanny Kelly, but no run.
Has to go and get the ball himself.
A lot of running between balls yesterday, wasn't there? Yeah. Quite interesting. I don't mind it in the T20. It rushes the batsman. A couple of times where I think there was a wicket off one of the bowls yesterday. Was bowling quite quick, and the batsman probably should have pulled away, but he didn't, and he was out. Oh, good bounce. Nice here. Hugo Tanny Kelly.
Very nice ball.
Oh. I'll take a sneaky run. Score will go to 69.
Not a lot of footwork from the young batsman there. Lucky to be still at the crease.
Yeah, he got a bit anchored there. His feet were stuck on the crease. Straighter. I'll get 1. At the end of the 15th over, the Dragons 70 for 6.
Just looking at the figures there of Gabriel Hinz and 4 overs, 2 for 15. That was a very good spell because the Dragons were looking to get it on top when he came into the attack. And not only did he keep the runs down, he got 2 important wickets.
Yeah, he bowled very well. I was quite impressed with his bowling.
And we didn't see the bounce that Tony Kelly seemed to get quite a bit of bounce in that over when he threw the ball up.
Quite tall. He comes from
Yeah.
his action's quite straight, and he can really looks like he gets a bit of purchase on the ball, gets some bounce. Whereas the other bowlers today went a bit quicker and skinning through a bit more.
Yeah, Hinz was definitely getting through the crease, and he got a bit of turn, but not the bounce.
Fujioka Fletcher continues. Hinz will get 1. He'll go to 8. Score goes to 71. So we got 5 overs to go, or 4 and a bit, 29 balls. Are we looking for the? Hopefully get to a 120. Oh, it's straight. Over for a leg by.
Good work from the keeper there. Yeah, 120 would be very nice. I think the Dragons would be very happy with that. But the fact that they're 6 down and into the tail might make it a bit hard to get to that 120.
Yeah, someone's going to really have to get going here. Pull that side off and nice fine. Little dab there. I'll get 1. 73. 6. It goes to 9.
Yeah, that score might rest on his young shoulders at the moment, I think. He seems to have the pace of the pitch now.
Oh. Much footwork there. Caught on the crease a little bit.
Nadal.
Oh, nice and full.
He's got that typical sort of baseball stance when the bowler's coming in, so possibly from a baseball background. So he really needs to be rotating the strike here. The field's quite spread.
Oh, tried to go big there, but couldn't get a hold of it. So at the end of the 16th over, Dragons 73 for 6.
Yeah, looking at the score, it's sometimes even a mental thing if you can get it over 100. When you know the team goes out to chase, if it's 90, even if it's 96, 97, it just looks easier to get than 100.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a mental mindset game then, isn't it? Triple figures and means a bit more. Comes in well, one ball, nice little dab there. I'll just take 1, come back for 2. Good running. Good running from Hinz, who go to 11, Dragons up to 75.
Yeah, that's exactly what they have to do now. If they can't get to the boundaries, they've got to push for the 2s, put the pressure on the fielders. And the Vipers have been good in the field.
Well bowled.
They've taken every chance today, haven't they, the Vipers?
They have. They've been really good in the field.
Hit the stumps as well with run-out chances.
No drop catches.
No, that makes a big difference.
A little bit straight there. Get 1, who had a 12. Nagoya's on 1. Scores up to 76.
Young Hinz would be happy to get a bit of bat on that. There were pretty adjacent if he had missed it. Let's see what young Miguel can do here.
Not sure about this guy out at cover. He's in no man's land. Ball's not really going. Nice little flick. I'll just take one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a tactic that they've talked about, but I sort of think you're either on the fence or you're in the circle.
It's just a bit shallow, isn't it? Oh.
And I'm not even sure with the way that Tony Kelly's bowling that even a man out there is necessary.
No, he's really attacking the stumps. Getting good purchase. The drive's not really on out there, is it? That's cover drive region. It's more of a straight leg side kind of shot at the moment. Although that one could have been. It's dot ball. And at the end of the over. So at the end of the 17th over, the Dragons are 77 for 6.
I think it's probably time for the Dragons to have a bit of a go here, because if you're going to push the ones, well, they're scoring at 4.5 and over and get to 90, I think you better have a bit of a swing and try and get to 100, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's look it up in the rate. This is only 3 overs to go. 4 wickets in hand.
Yeah. And by doing that, I mean you can still look to hit the gaps and get 2s as well, but ones are not going to be enough. So bowling change here as well. I think the opener's back into the attack.
Yes, this is Jack Stavridis back into the attack. So Jack Salt. Call 2 off the bat. Well fielded by the man coming off the rope, and they just get 1.
Young Tim Moore out there, I think, at square leg. No, it wasn't Tim Moore at all. It's Kins.
Down for 1, misfield. So only get 1. Dragons move to 80.
Young Jack's bowled well today, hasn't he?
He has. Impressive. He's got 1 wicket for 7 off his 2.3.
Especially bowling at these overs, you know the batsmen are going to be coming after you. You got to keep your line, keep your length. Oh, that's a great ball. Young Hims was looking to get down to that. He did a bit of fancy footwork as the bowler was coming in, and then just a good ball on middle stump. He wasn't able to do anything with it. Going for a very open stance here. Yeah, he's going back across now.
Yeah, he's definitely opened up on the crease, hasn't he? Generate some power. Gets it to point for no run.
Yeah, these dots are just mounting up, aren't they? He's looking to be aggressive, but so Stavridis is just bowling well. Not letting him do what he wants to do.
Well, nice shot. Look for 2. I'll just get 1.
We haven't seen any fancy shots yet today either.
No really.
No laps, no ramps, no flicks.
No, nothing like that. And the over, the Dragons, sorry. 81 for 6, 2 overs to go. We're trying to get over the 100 mark at this stage.
4 off that over. Got a bowling change. Looks like Kai Wall back into the... Oh no. I can't. Sorry, I can't see that far.
The bowler is number 15, which is...
Oh yes, Kai Wall.
Kai Wall.
Yeah, it
was,
is.
bowled very well this morning.
And you'd think...
First spell?
Yeah, he did bowl well. Hins would be looking to go leg side, you'd think, with the way Wall bowled earlier, bringing the ball back into the stumps.
I think they've identified it, put 3 men out on the leg side. No one inside the circle, but the short fine leg on the leg side.
And with those guys deep on the leg side, there's chances for 2, you know, to hit the ball just a short mid-wicket.
Full toss. Oh, gee. Oh. Interesting running. He really took off and then he kind of slowed down a bit halfway down the wicket and got going again, but he got a run, so he missed the 15.
Not happy with the shot at all, the young fella.
And he feels like he missed out with a full toss there. There's a big gap between cover and mid-off. Bowls. Oh, nice hitting. Picked out the fielder. Let's get one. And Nagoya moves to 5.
There's a misfield there and the batsmen weren't really ready to run the second. Maybe Hins fancies himself here. That's good to see, a young fella taking that responsibility on.
It sure is. He's got a little ramp. We said we hadn't seen one today, but we've seen one now, and that'll be 4. Nice shot from Hins. He moves to 19 from 27. Dragons get a much-needed boundary up to 88.
I didn't know our feed was going out to the middle, mate, but it must be.
I think he heard you, Nick. He was like, I need to do something for Nick in the commentary box.
It was good, but he didn't take that second run before, and like, I can do this. I've got this covered, and then played a great shot.
Yeah, good batting.
Oh, look out.
On the reverse. And they'll get one. Leg by, maybe. Yes. Score moved to 89. 8 balls to go.
Kai Wall's bowled a good line and length today. I think all the Vipers have bowled very well.
They bowled very well, the Vipers. Nice.
Kai's in my Kansai Chargers team in the JPL.
Full toss. Nice shot. That'll be 4. Straight down the ground. Clubbed it. Great shot.
Yeah, the JPL that starts in 2 weeks here on Golden Week in Japan.
Over pitched, full toss, and it's too good.
This is exactly what the Dragons needed here. Pushes the score up.
McCoy goes to 9. Dragons up to 92 for 6. 1 ball left in the over. Ends up to 19. 2 boundaries off the over, much needed.
Yeah, Nagar was struggling to get his timing early in his innings, but that certainly came out of the middle.
Full toss always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
He comes in again, bangs it in. Oh, bowled. Good comeback there from Kai Wall. He'll get it for 2 for 32 off his 4 overs. Dragons 92. 7 off the over. Good over for the Dragons. 1 over to go.
That's a great comeback. It missed the stump by a coat of paint. Very, very close.
Update on the scores in round 2. We've had the Turtles finish their innings at 121 for 5, so the Gorillas will chase 122 for victory. Highlights with the bats as my page just sticks over is Kazumatsu, the hero yesterday. But Atsuka gets 44 from 36, 4 fours, 2 sixes. Ishan Lau gets 21 from 37, 3 fours. Josiah Ando 19 off 11 with 3 fours, and Nihar Palmer picked up 11 with 2 fours. So Gorillas will chase the 122 for victory. Back on ground 1, we got the last over. Bowled by Jackson starts Stavridis. Oh, tried to play a little ramp and unfortunately didn't get it all there, Nago. And got caught, so will get his wickets.
Is that young Khan down there at short fine leg, I think?
I think so.
Rizwan Khan was a very good catch.
Was a good catch. Picks up his second wicket. He's got 2 for 8, 3.1.
That was almost a very good shot then.
Good intent.
From Hinds, yeah. It was good to see that, maybe identified he wasn't going to be able to clear the boundaries down the ground or anywhere else. And he played a lovely shot before, and that wasn't far off being a good shot, unfortunately, for him.
Hinds goes for 19 off 29.
That's a good inning.
He batted well. Dragons up to 92 for 7. 5 balls to go. Can they get to the 100?
And well, I'm sure you'd want him to score at a run a ball, but he came in at a difficult time.
Well, the batsman with a slash. Outside edge just gets 1.
Natarajan, a young leg spinner who bowled quite well yesterday.
Bowled very well yesterday.
Talking to him after the game, and he was quite happy with the way they came out. We've seen some really good leg spin bowling.
Notice there's a lot of spin bowling in this tournament.
Yeah.
And they've actually all bowled really well. Very impressed. Even a couple of the off spinners yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday,
Shotaro.
Yeah. Yeah, Hirotsuka.
Bowled well. There it comes in. Full toss. Just 1.
Fielder
94.
opts not to throw the ball because there was no one there to back up. It's probably a good move at this stage. Would have just been wasted overthrows.
Don't need any extra runs at the end of the innings. Ooh, nice shot over points. Oh, that'll be 4. Misfit on the boundary. That's at Anjan. Hits up 4. Dragons up to 98.
That really flew off the bat, didn't it?
It's a nice shot. 2 deliveries left. We have a look here on the replay. He just kind of got inside it and just nice placement over the man at point.
He'd be very happy with that shot. Known more for his bowling than his batting, but he'd put that in the kit bag. That's a good shot.
Nice shot. Oh, mid-off lost it. Come back to 2. And we'll go to 100.
Well, that's good that they've got to 100. You definitely, it's not the score they would have been looking for at the start of the day, but they sort of looked like they might get stuck on 80 for a while there, or 85, but to get a few boundaries in the last few overs. Maybe they left a little bit late, their charge.
Nice and full. Let's get 1. That'll conclude the innings here. The Dragons will finish on 101 for 7. We'll just go through the scorecard after 20 overs. That's really an update. So we've had Dylan Fujoka Fletcher 9, Chowdhury 5, Tucker Stafford 0, Adakawa 18, Karatsuka 14, Hinds 19, Sivakuma 3, Nagoi 10, and Natarajan 8. The bowlers we had Wall 2 for 32, Saw Stav Redis 2 for 17, Moore none for 10, Hinds 2 for 15, Khan none for 11, Fujoka Fletcher none for 7, and Hugo Tani Kelly 1 for 6. We'll be back with you about 10 minutes for the run chase this morning game of the Japan Futures League. well bowled, Kato Stafford. Sorry, we're rejoining you. We've had some technical difficulties, so we've just come back online for this innings. Welcome to the second innings of the match here between the Dragons and the Vipers. Dragons posting 101, Vipers chasing 102 for victory. Good battle between bat and ball. We've seen fast bowler Kato Stafford charging in from the mountain end. Going to Tani Kelly. A bit of feeling in this game, Nick. Good to see.
Yeah, there is. The young boys who play together in the under-19 setup for Japan, and they're not holding anything back. Well, Tani Kelly seems to be just batting, but Kato Stafford is definitely having a bit of a yap after each ball. He's running down the wicket a long way.
It's definitely a bit happening. It's good to see. Big fast bowler all fired up.
Yeah, it is.
Comes in again. Well bowled, nice and straight.
And the fielders are backing him up. Everyone's getting in and around the bat after each ball. And we just saw the wicket just before young Shotaro Hiratsuka took a wicket, got out, removed Nikhil Pol, and he bowled quite well again today as he did yesterday.
Good battle here between bat and ball. Of course, all teams still alive in the tournament, even on ground 2. We've got a score update. The Gorillas chasing 122 after a very fast start. They're 47 for none from their 5 overs. Yeah. Push there from Tani Kelly. He gets 1. Score goes to 17.
Once again, there's not been a lot of action in the power play.
Bowler's been on top a little bit in the power play so far this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the best score would be 30.
Yeah, we haven't seen any high scores in the power play. Maybe in the final we'll see one of the teams get going and post a good power play target.
And there's been most of the power plays 2 to 3 wickets, and sometimes 4 have fallen, which makes it very hard then to get that score up over 140, which the Dragons were able to do yesterday in that second game. Yeah, they're brought in a slip here. That's a good move. Young.
Nice and aggressive.
Monty Hins is coming to first slip.
Oh, wow. Well bowled. And the batsman is Jack Stavridis. Bowled well.
He did.
This morning.
He had his confidence up with that. It was a good performance. As we said at the end of things, the Vipers bowled very well.
They did. Nice and straight.
Let's see what he can do with the bat. Ooh.
I'll take 1. So it goes to 18. Evenly poised here at the moment. The Vipers 18 off their 5 overs. 1 more over in the power play. I wonder who's going to bowl. Shotaro Hiratsuka's bowled the last 2 overs in the power play from this end.
They're behind the run rate here, the Vipers.
Bowling change.
I ran into Kaisei Doggett's father during the innings break downstairs. Cameron, he's over here with the family, who they got family based down in Osaka and Nara area.
Beautiful Nara. Of course, you get the deer in the Nara Park.
Yeah, have you been down there,
I've been
Toddy?
to Nara, yes. It's been quite nice.
Did you feed the deer?
Had the deer. I got bitten by the deer. And
Really? Did you bow?
Yeah,
Did they bow to you?
yeah, I bowed at them and they bowed back at me. It was quite the experience. Got our Zen on, being the deer. New bowler here is Patrick Burr from the school end. Yes, have been down to Nara. Cameron was very instrumental in the putting together of the side screens. I must say, without him, probably would have still been putting them up today. So, I mean, we did the engineering part. We just weren't very good at putting it together. And big Cameron's quite tall, so he could give us a hand putting it all together.
Yeah, thanks for that, Cameron. And yeah, young Kaisei's having a good tournament. He's sitting out this game, but he got a great innings of 50 yesterday.
Batted fantastically yesterday.
And bowled very well as well.
He did. Had a great game. MVP, wasn't he? Should have been.
Well, he was your MVP about 12 overs into the game.
13th over into the game.
Yeah. Oh, in the second innings. I actually didn't see the MVP list, but I assume that he was.
Yeah, I'm guessing he was. So the Vipers to 19. Going on quite nicely here. Oh, about no run. Been to Nara, Nick? Cool.
I have made it. About 3 years ago, I went down there
Nice.
and went out to the park, and I didn't feed the deer. I thought there was enough school kids out there doing that. I just bowed to them as I walked past. They didn't bow to me, funny enough.
No, they didn't bow to you.
They must only do it if you give them a biscuit.
Yeah, I think they need a bit of food to do the bowing. But yeah, there's a lot of bowing going on the day, was there, for the deer? Nice little late cut for one, going up to 20.
Yeah, I spent the day out there, and there was a lot of school kids from the local area out there, and they had to, must be a project, they had to approach a foreigner and ask them some questions in English.
I've had that a few times in Japan since I've been here. It's great.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah, and they gave me a little, like a ninja star that they'd made.
Oh, good.
With origami as a thank you gift.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
But it is beautiful.
Bowls. It's wide.
If anyone is coming to Japan, then definitely it's a place to put on the list of travel destinations.
That's our special guest in the commentary box. CEO of Japan Cricket, Alex Miyagi, is going to join us to have a chat around all things Japan cricket, how it's going. Nick will talk to Alex, and I'll just do the ball by ball stuff. So, Vipers up to 19. Go for a sneaky run, and they'll get it, and they go up to 20. Up from Alex.
Hi guys, Nick, Todd, everyone out there. Good to see some exciting cricket down here at the SICG.
Yeah, thanks for coming and joining us, mate. And it's good to see you up here.
Yeah, good to see you, Nick. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been 12 months, I think. We caught up with the JPL last year.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell us about what's happening in cricket in Japan this year?
Oh, every year is an exciting year for Japan cricket. And Nick, if you come here once a year, you can see the progress better than everyone else, I think. And year by year, the ground's looking better, the competitions are getting better, the players are getting better. It's exciting times for Japan cricket, with especially now with the Olympics inclusion in 2028. There's a lot more attention in Japan cricket, so yeah, it's a really good time for us to try and get some good wins in developing the game here.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, I have been away from cricket for a few years, and coming here once or twice a year, you notice the difference in the level of cricket that's being played in Japan. Like Division 1 now is a legitimate cricket league. Back when we used to play, maybe not, mate. Back 20 years ago. And the ground, like we played the Japan Cup final here. That was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the nets look, they've been redone recently. They look great.
Yeah, everyone's put in a lot of work in doing this, and the cricket community has been great. Even before this ground, getting the river grounds up 10 years ago or so, whatever it was, people coming down picking up stones and trying to cut the ground, and even now people come down and relaying the nets. It's not a cheap job, so the support of the cricket community there is really valuable.
Yeah, it's good. And those grounds, you recently added another one down at the river?
Another 3.
3, right. Yeah. I
No.
heard a rumor.
You heard a rumor. Yeah, no, we were in danger of losing one of the 4 grounds that we had down at the river ground, and we managed to turn that one ground into 4 grounds rather than lose it. So that was a big win for us.
And obviously, you've got the support of the Sano city government for that.
Yeah, the Sano City Council has been really great, and building this ground, the SICG, with national government funding and the Sano City Council putting in the rest to make it a good field. There's still a lot of things that we want to sort of add to this ground and facility to make it a truly a world-class facility. We need to redevelop the facilities rather than the ground now. The pitch as well, we're looking at finding some new clay that will be better suited for cricket. How can we get lighting, changing rooms, showers, spectator facilities as well? And so, yeah, this is just the start of. I think well, the really important thing for us was for us to be able to see this ground, for the cricket community to start using this ground and coming to this ground to really feel like there's a bright future for Japan cricket. And that was our strategy for the last 5 years, was building a brighter future and trying to for us to feel and believe in that future, and people who are around the cricket community as well to start realizing that. So now this we're in our next strategy, Kaika, the blossoming of the flowers. This is the time that the cherry blossoms come out.
Yep.
That's called Kaika, when the flowers come out. So time to flourish. 2027 is our goal to really put Japan cricket on the map in Japan as well. And we're really excited with the Olympic inclusion wasn't on our plans, so that's a great sort of push for us. And so we're really excited to in what we're doing towards 2027 and beyond.
Of course, everything costs money. We can't do everything without. We've got a lot of sponsors now. I know you've worked very hard at. Mizuno have jumped on board, MKI, and a lot of your other sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. I think and this sort of movement has been started before the Olympic inclusion, with MKI coming on board as men's national team partners, as well as the women. Mizuno coming on board as the national team suppliers. We also have the tea that I just brought up for you guys, the Nitto tea, the iced tea. They have been our sponsors for a few years now. Now we've got IMEC, who import lion beer from Sri Lanka. So we've got a variety of products in the tea room through our sponsors. We also had Tobu Railway. If anyone's come to Sano by train, they would have used the Tobu line. They've come on board as a partner as well, and we're really excited because people travel on the Tobu line to Sano, and we want to develop cricket in that area. Developing on the rail lines makes sense because it automatically you've got access to people who have good sort of access to Sano. So those sort of sponsors are really good, and also GTN, Global Trust Networks, is a company that supports. When people come from overseas to Japan, it's quite hard to settle in. I'm sure, Nick, you've been here long term, but when you first came, how did you get an apartment? How did you get a bank account, a credit card, a mobile phone? It's just very hard to get through these things because you need an address to get a bank account. You need both the bank account and your address to get a phone. I mean, you need a phone to get a bank account. So where do you start? So the GTN is a company that supports that sort of thing. So they've been involved with the Embassy Cup, and now they've come on board as an annual partner. So we're really excited, and not just the support they are giving us, but how we can support the cricket community and people settling Japan to better settle in.
Yeah, and obviously that helps. We've got a lot of young boys here today with Japanese heritage and other countries. Their mums or dads are from somewhere else, and if they were looking to come here and stay long term, we have got some staff of the JCA who are doing that now, right?
Yeah, no, it's a very sort of exciting time when I think this sort of trend started around when the under-19 team went to the World Cup in 2020. We had a few players involved then, but since then, being in the World Cup, I think, put Japan cricket on the map, and everyone's realizing that we have a team and they want to get involved. The experiences I think that the players are having, really sort of finding out their roots, engaging with Japan, which they were born in and they've got a parent with, but they haven't really sort of brought up in that culture. So learning the language again or brushing it up and coming here once a year or twice a year has been really good for a lot of these kids, and it's really good to see that some of them come along and play for the national teams. And yeah, some of them come and work for us. So not just on the playing field, it's a great sort of dimension or sort of shift for Japan cricket.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Olympics as well, and I've noticed, like, I teach English down in the Chiba area, and you know, people ask you, what do you do, or what did you do in Australia before you came here? And I played cricket, and I play cricket in Sano, and it was like, cricket, is that with the, like, basket net? No, that's lacrosse.
Yeah.
And cricket, is that like gate ball? Like, no, that's croquet.
Yeah.
And but now, since the Olympics has taken on cricket, people are actually researching it. And when I mention the word cricket to students or even friends and family, they know what cricket is, which, as you know, 25 years ago, people just didn't understand what cricket was. My wife still doesn't understand. She calls it that 5-day game.
It's hard when cricket takes a husband away for the weekends and for her to sort of think.
Well, she's quite happy now for that to happen. Yeah, no, it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
And even the World Cup was the under-19s qualifying in 2020, as you said. And to see those young boys go over there, and you know, they did a great job. They were outclassed, but they really represented Japan well. And as you said, since then it's grown the number of people who want to get involved in Japanese cricket, which is really good.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good point where, like, you got to start somewhere. So like if you go up against the standard that you've never played before, then you're going to struggle. But you've got to start somewhere to learn that where you want to get to and how to get there. And yeah, I think it's a long journey where we started by establishing the Cricket Blast program for the elementary school kids. Tried to put in a program that is attractive program that kids will have fun and stay in cricket. Then we built the under-15, under-19 leagues to keep them in the game and give them the next level of competition. And then building the high-performance programs around them to support that, the facilities and the experts around cricket. And I think, thanks to you guys as well, it's the cricket community that's come up with umpire these games and commentate in these games. And the more I think you see the excitement of Japan cricket, the more we're going to see people wanting to be involved. And we've got so many ways of people being involved. So thanks to you guys. And we are looking for more people to put up their hand and become an expert in an area. So please let us know if you're interested.
Yeah, it's something I've never done before. And, you know, Alan asked me the other night, would you like to do it? And Toddy sort of said, yeah, you're doing it. I didn't have a choice, but I enjoyed it. And it's another way of looking at cricket. Like, playing cricket for, you know, most of my life, you look at it differently when you're playing. And then when you, like, I coached in the JPL last year, and that was another experience. And then commentating, you're trying to analyze, and you're thinking what could happen, what might happen. And yeah, it's something that I never really thought about, but now it's on the radar.
And yeah, well, the more I think, like when you grow up in a test playing nation or a cricket playing nation, then you listen to the commentary, and that's how you learn the game, isn't it? So hopefully this.
There's a wicket here on the SICG #1 ground. I think it's the batsman is. Stavridis has lobbed one out to mid-off, and the catch was juggled but eventually taken halfway to the fence. So the score is now, let's see, 2 for 30. 2 for 30 off 8.5.
Yes. Vipers make a bit of hard work. They got struck down a bit there by the Dragons, bowling quite well in the last 3 or 4 overs. Alex, next week we have the Under-19 World Cup qualifiers back here in Sano, which Japan qualified for the last World Cup, and we had the qualifiers here in 2019. Be good to welcome back Papua New Guinea and Fiji this time.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's always an exciting time to have an international tournament, but this is directly qualifying to the World Cup. That opportunity doesn't come around that often, so we're hoping to see some really good cricket, and hopefully Japan can do well and qualify for their second World Cup. And yeah, like I think Sano is becoming a more cricket sort of city, and people getting more involved. So we would like more people to come down here and from the Sano community, our partners as well. We're trying to engage with them and not just sort of have a sponsorship sort of relationship, but engaging with them. And so we'll have some of the sponsors come down from Tokyo with a group of employees. So it'll be really good to sort of see how we can sort of not just the cricket's going to be great. I'm confident with that, but how we can engage with the other people as well.
Of course, we have Papua New Guinea arriving tonight, coming to Sano, which is great to see. A few days early, they'll be able to get some practice in before the tournament starts on Thursday. Just a quick update on ground 2. The Gorillas are going quite well. They're up to 85 for 0 off 10 overs, chasing 122. On ground 1, Vipers just getting a little bit stuck here. Hugo Tani, Callie's on 13 off 32. They're chasing 102 for victory.
And the new batsman to the wicket is Tim Moore. Oh, there's nearly a run out. That's a bit of a mix-up. Seems to have been a theme of this tournament, the running between wickets. We've mentioned it quite a few times now.
Of course, Alex, your cricket career in Japan, you represented Japan yourself?
A little bit, yes.
Any overseas tours, or just mainly in Japan, or what was your career in Japan?
Well, my first tournament was in Dubai. That was 25 years ago. So my first overseas experience, going to Dubai in the middle of the desert and finding a patch of green sort of grass was very different to what I was used to here. Since then, for a few years, I played in, I think I played in 13 different countries around the world. So that was a really good experience for me. Just not just the playing and enjoying the playing, but meeting the people, seeing the countries and learning the culture. A lot of countries that we went to were places that I wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for cricket, and learning that culture and seeing the world, I think, motivated me to become an administrator and try and provide those opportunities for the next generation, and especially like in Japan, where we're looking at places outside of Tokyo because we need the space. Cricket grounds are quite big, so getting the local council support, we need to be providing different sort of values to the society, and I think one of the biggest things is that we can bring an international experience to the city and the players as well. When I was going around the world playing cricket, I was thinking, well, what would this be if I had started playing when I was smaller, when I was younger? And so I want to provide that opportunity to the kids in places like Sano, which without cricket doesn't really have an international sort of connection. So if cricket can do that, I think that can create a lot of value in Japan and in society. And the cricket community is going to benefit from that because people are going to support cricket because it's an international sport.
Yeah, definitely. Coming to Sano, if you go to some of the hotels, there's some cricket memorabilia there, and I rang up about a hotel room the other day, and they said, "Oh, are you involved in the cricket?" And things like that. So people of Sano are definitely getting to know about the game, which, you know, as you said, it's hard to do it in Tokyo because there's just no space for a cricket ground.
And there's a lot more interest, right? So and somewhere like Sano, I think when you say, like people say, when they hear cricket, they think of lacrosse or polo or other sports. In Sano, I don't think a lot of people do. They know what cricket is. They wouldn't be able to explain the rules, or the understanding is not that high yet, but I don't think they'll mistake it for lacrosse. And that's actually, that takes a lot of time, and I think we are getting to a really good sort of foundation level where with some really exciting cricket and taking the game to the next level, we hope that we could start exciting people in Sano, local people, not just in Sano, but other places, the cities of cricket around Japan, Watari in Miyagi, Kaizuka in Osaka, Akishima in Tokyo, these sort of places. We hope that we can start engaging, exciting the local community.
And we've got the ground also down in Samu in Chiba, which we play the Japan Cup matches down there.
Yeah, and it's a great location, right? It's a connection through the 2020 Tokyo Olympics when Samu was going to host the Sri Lankan Olympic team, and they wanted to do some international exchange programs through cricket, and that was the interest. But like unfortunately, through COVID and there were some typhoons that got in the way. We haven't really been able to penetrate into the local community, but they've got some great beaches down there. They want to play some beach cricket down there eventually. And I heard there was a cricket have a go session last month, I think, down in Summer, organized by some local people. So there's some interest down there as well, and so it's a great location near Narita Airport as well. So our strategy was to create a hub, a city of cricket in each of north and east and west and south of Tokyo, and now we've got some sort of facilities around those places, so people don't have to travel, not all the time, through Tokyo. Still the facilities in, say, a wicket, sorry. East and west and south are not, can't accommodate all the cricket we want to play, but that's why we have somewhere like Sano, which has now 9 grounds that we can play cricket at and can accommodate cricket that can't be all accommodated in the regions.
Yeah, but back to summer, is there a chance of a turf pitch ever going in down there? Because that would make the international series close to Narita Airport. It's only about 45 minutes. So.
Well, I think the good thing about the ground in summer that it's not on a riverbank, and the challenges of our river grounds is that you can't have sheds, you can't leave stuff down there. The one in summer, I think, is it is supposed to be a water reserve place, so there might be some challenges putting equipment down on the ground, but they've got places high up as well where we can maybe keep stuff. The pitch itself, I think there is an opportunity to do that. It's just a matter of how and when and the timing, and the access to the ground is not great either. We don't have access, like in Tunnel, like some of the grounds we can have access to all the Saturdays and Sundays throughout the season. In summer we've got a limited number of days that are assigned to cricket that we need to work through. So yeah, again, the turf pitch is an expert area as well, where you don't, not just the money, but you need the experts. So now we're starting to develop a team of groundsmen in Japan and the expertise, and hopefully we can sort of use Sano as this test ground to know which clay is best suited for cricket in Japan, which grass is suited, and the expertise in developing the pitches. So yeah, hopefully we can have turf pitches in multiple places, and we can have people playing cricket on turf on a daily basis rather than now it's when you come to the SICG on a special occasion.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the ground availability is a problem for every sport in Japan, not only cricket. Like I was involved in baseball, and trying to find a ground to practice on every weekend was quite difficult for the managers of the teams. So it's not a problem that is only for cricket. It's every sport in Japan.
Yeah, and we still we're still short of grounds, and especially places outside of Sano, and we need to find a place in West Kanto near Akishima as well. And yeah, I think we are very grateful for the support that we've got from the local communities, the local city councils. Cricket is not a huge sport, and there aren't many people playing cricket in those cities. So the reason why they are supporting us is because they hope to attract sports tourism or the international sort of side of things. So we need to think about how can we give back to them so that it becomes a great example for other cities to follow. And the grounds are going to be outside of Tokyo, but we also need to sort of start building up a network of places that people can train or play social cricket in Tokyo area as well. From a high performance point of view, it's going to be more and more important to be able to provide good training opportunities at good facilities in a place where people can come down after work or after school.
Got one there out to cover. Vipers up to 36. Passing 102. Probably got to get going a bit here. Required run rate's up near 8.5. Alex, you spoke about down, of course, talking about the Tokyo region, but there is cricket, of course, in Osaka. You mentioned it before, and that ground down in Osaka has hosted women's T20s before.
Yeah, it's a hard wicket, artificial pitch down there, but we have hosted Hong Kong in a Women's East Asia Cup, and that was a really great opportunity to host an international tournament down in Osaka, which the Kaizuka City was our new city of cricket, and being able to take something down there was really good. Also, I think from a player point of view as well, being able to go down and play cricket at different places. When you come to Japan, the attractions are very different, the food is very different. So I think the Hong Kong players had great fun, and our players had great fun with them as well.
Yeah, and to have the grounds in different areas of Japan as well, and like going to Osaka is a very different experience than going to Tokyo. It's the food is completely different. Walking around the streets, it's a very, very different feeling and different experience that you can offer to international teams when they come over here.
Yeah, and it's the ground in Kaizuka is 15 minutes from the airport, like the Kansai International Airport. So that's if you're coming to Japan, and the expo is in Osaka now as well. So if you're coming to Japan for the expo, or if you're in the area, then Kaizuka, you can't go to the from the airport to the expo without going through Kaizuka. So might as well drop by and see the ground down there, and maybe even play some cricket.
Yeah, I was down there a few weeks ago for the Kansai selection trials for the JPL. It's a good setup. Nice facilities. There's places to keep gear and keep equipment. Toilets are new and stuff, which is good.
Yeah, and it's one ground now, but there's some space. So hopefully we can grass the whole area and get 2 grounds in there is our wish. And we are talking to the city council and trying to get that some stage. But yeah, we've got nets down there, and yeah, there's a building that has toilets, the basic facilities. So it's within the standard. The grass is really nice as well. So within Japan, I think the standard of that ground is really good.
Yeah, and it's actually quite a large ground as well. Like this ground here is perfect size for cricket, but our past experiences in Japan, some of the grounds were very, very small, and it sort of changes the way cricket's played. But when the field is big enough for an adult game of cricket, it really suits and makes it a better place to go to.
Yeah, when I started playing cricket in university here, and
stumping. Have a look here on the replay.
I think he got bat on that.
That bad leg side is either hit the bat or the pad. He took off and good bit of keeping. Keeper's running. Stumped. I'm not sure they'd be stumping or run out.
I think if you hit it, it's a run out, isn't it?
I think it would have to be a run out. But Vipers lose their 3rd wicket, 39 runs. Run rate's getting up over 8.5. Chihaya Arakawa keeping. Nice. I think I'd give it a stumping so that the keeper gets the stat.
Arakawa batted quite.
As a keeper, right?
Yes.
Run out or stumping, yeah. No, Chihaya is one of the kids who has come through the systems in Sano. Started playing cricket when he was in elementary school here, and came to the junior club and the under-15, under-19 leagues here for the Braves. So that's the sort of the players that we need to start looking at developing in the local communities, as well as looking into how the international community, the international schools are really getting more and more engaged with cricket. So yeah, the mix, the local mix, the international schools mix, and the overseas mix, that's what makes cricket very unique here in Japan.
Yeah, we had Tony Dizorzi in here yesterday, and he was quite impressed with the level of cricket in Japan, because he sort of said, for him, Japan wasn't a cricket country. Like, he'd never really thought about Japan as a cricket country. But to come here and see the level of cricket and the mixture of Japanese kids and, kids from all countries, and kids with parents who are Japanese and Australian and things like that, all playing together, and the dedication of them to come from a long way away to get on that train from Tokyo, or we come from Chiba.
Or plane from London. Or
yeah, exactly. Yeah, get on a plane. It's a lot of commitment, and whereas he talked about, like, when he grew up and I was the same in Australia, the cricket ground was 400 metres down the road, and it was accessible. You didn't have to go looking for cricket. Whereas in Japan, you do have to go looking for it. I mean, obviously, if you live in Sano, it's great, you know, because you have cricket here. You have nets that you can access. You have a ground where you can come and whack the ball with, you know. You could go to the river grounds if you wanted, if you had some free time and there was no cricket on there. But,
yeah, so I guess when we try and sort of build the cricket community and the setup is how can we create something that gives you something special, not just, it's not on your doorstep. So coming down to, like, if you live in Tokyo, not a lot of green, you come here and you've got the Karasawa Mountain, the castle on the left, and on the east, is it? It's the east, isn't it? And then the river on the west, and you've got some cherry blossom at the ground, and you've got this 360 square meters of grass that you don't see in Tokyo. And just being here, and that's why we have the tea room and the deck there, that people can sit on the deck, enjoy the tea, the food or the beers, whatever it is, and just sit here and relax. And I think that experience is something that cricket does use a lot of space, which is a disadvantage when you're looking for the space. Well, if you have the space, it becomes a really good attraction. So yeah, hopefully coming down to the SICG, whether you're playing or not, we want that to be a really enjoyable experience. And the cricket community here, you come down here, you meet people all the time. You walk 5 steps and you bump into someone you haven't met for a few months, and you talk to that person, and then you turn around and someone else is there. It's a great way of sort of keeping in touch with people and for very, very different backgrounds. One of the hardest catches, isn't it, though?
Got there in time, just couldn't hang on to it, unfortunately, for the Dragons, but luckily for the Vikings. They've moved on to 3 for 41 off 13. They really need to get a rattle on here. But I think you touched on it before, the young boys who have got Japanese heritage coming here, and you know they've got people with similar life situations to themselves. I know Chris Thurgate was talking about one of the young boys who came a few years ago for the first time, and he'd never met another kid who had half Japanese, half Australian heritage. Obviously Australia's a big place, and he lives somewhere in the countryside, so that's really good for them. And they're a good group of mates. You can see them when they see each other. You know, of course they probably keep in touch with messages and line and all that sort of stuff, and social media. But you see the boys getting around together after the games, before the games. I ran into a few at the convenience store the other night, and they're always up for a yak and how you going, and are you here for the JPL? What are you doing? And all that stuff. So it's really good. It's a good community. And as you said, the tea room downstairs, you can get a meat pie and a beer. There aren't many places in Japan. If you come to my house, I've always got meat pies in the freezer. Costco sells them. But apart from that, there's
don't give out too many of our secrets.
Yeah, no. Are they a sponsor? They should be. Yeah. So it is good. You know, it doesn't get much more authentic than that. A pie and a beer at the cricket. You know.
Yeah, that's the experience that we want to create for the cricket community and the local community as well. Where we've got some Australian meat pies, and we've got some chai that we've made through some people from India who've taught us how to do it in their way. So we've got some authentic sort of food, and yeah, we've got a lot of requests for vegan food or halal food as well. So being able to provide for the cricket community also gives us the opportunity to create something that local people come down and say, hey, I've never had this meat pie before. I haven't never had this beer before. An international experience, and cricket might not be like, if you say, hey, come and watch cricket, that might not excite people, but come down for a meat pie. That can excite a few people. So
yeah, definitely. And I know in the tournaments that you have on here, often you have food trucks that come in with you know, Indian curries, Pakistani curries, those sort of foods, and that is a great chance for local people in Sangha, if they come down to watch a cricket, not only to see what cricket is, but to get a great array of foods.
Yeah, and the shidik, the Pakistani curry truck has come down a lot, and they really support us. It's not all about like for these people, like also Marlin's, the fish and chips place as well. They don't come here for the like truly just for the business. They like what they come and see, and they support us. So like yeah, they I'm not sure if they make enough money as to make it worthwhile, but they are supporting cricket and helping us develop this place as somewhere to come and enjoy something special. And so like yeah, we want to give back to them as well.
Change of bowling here. Patrick Burr is coming in. Score is 3 for 45 or 14.1.
Of course, before we spoke about the sponsors, Alex, we also have the Sano City Supporters Club, which has been a really big support in Japan cricket, even in the early days before we had all these wonderful other sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. I think when we started the project in Sano, one of the first places that we wanted to get to was create a financially sustainable development program. And the local companies came on board, and now we've got I think 135 companies in Sano, and companies that some of them outside of Sano as well, that give small amounts of money as well as support us as well in a.
We've just got a wicket here. Hugo Tunny Kelly has holed out to mid-wicket, and the captain, Kazumakato Stafford, has held on to this one, a fairly regulation catch, and that is not what the Vipers were after. Sorry, Alex.
Critical place in this game, isn't it? Chasing 101, 102, and yeah, close to whether yeah, this is where either one can win. And watching this cricket here is a great experience. These sort of situations for these teams and all these players, and they, yeah, not all of them know each other. They come together and they still build this team. And what I really like about this is that you see all these great sort of moments where some of these players might have hit a six for the first time, or taken a wicket for the first time, or done something, made a 50 for the first time. But you can see that they are growing throughout this tournament, and they are everything they do, and is just so much encouraging to us to see these players play, to go back to our job and try and develop cricket further and provide these players with more opportunities.
And it's great that all of these kids who are at this tournament are trying to make the Japanese under-19 team. It's not just a tournament to get everyone together. It does do that, but the higher honours are at stake. And for the kids who might be participating for the first time, or they see the level required from the under-19 members, and that's where they've got to get to make the team. Because it's a very good level of cricket.
It is a good level of cricket. One of the great things I find about tournaments like this, and over the years this is my 10th year coming to Japan cricket, is you see young adults grow into men. And that's the great thing about cricket and sport, especially in all countries and in Japan, that you see them all come together, and a lot of the kids don't know each other when they come, and they all leave friends, and you see them grow up, and you know, see members of the national team who were young kids when I started coming, and now they're like, you know, great people, great adults. I think the great thing about stuff like this is that it's not always about the sport. It's about you know, life and choices and growing yourself as into a young man. It's a great thing to see in this tournament.
Yeah, it is good. And Declan Suzuki, who is a member of the men's national team, and he's based in Melbourne, and him and I both love Aussie rules football, and he's the captain of our Kansai team this year in the JPL. But most of our conversations are about the AFL footy, how the Bombers and the Saints are going, and so that's really good too. Like, we've kept in contact since last year's tournament.
Yeah.
And that's the friendships, exactly what Toddy was saying. That's what cricket is all about ultimately. And you build a community, and you play cricket together for a few days, and then all of a sudden you've got this new group of friends, new community, which is great. And Japan cricket has to be commended, because like we talked about before, coming from where it did as a sport that people really didn't know what it was. And now, and you said particularly in Sano, people know what cricket is. It's not, you don't have to explain it. And now that it's an Olympic sport, people around Japan are realizing what it is, and you know that brings sponsorship and things like that, which is good too.
It's like the GTN service, right? Like you come to Japan, you need to find a place to live, you need to find a bank account and a credit card, but you need each other to get one of them. And developing cricket in Japan is the same thing. You need somewhere to play, but without the coaches or the umpires, you can't do anything, or the money, you can't do anything. It's a chicken and egg situation all around. So, like, yeah, we've started very small and started chipping away, and now I think we're getting some momentum. So yeah, thanks very much for that. We do appreciate that people notice that these sort of it takes a lot of effort to get to a small place when you're looking at starting from zero. And now I think it's an exciting time, and this is just the starting, I think. The start, and you mentioned about how these players have something to look forward to, but like the future is so bright where the under-19s, they have a World Cup to look forward to, the men's national team, the women's national team. We're getting closer to qualifying for a World Cup as well. One of our goals is to create a professional platform by 2027, being able to provide with our provide opportunity for our players to make a living out of the sport as well. So being able to build something that people can look forward to, have a goal, I think is one of the key things that we need to do in the next few years.
Yeah, that's really good to hear that, because globally cricket has just exploded. I mean, obviously it was always a popular sport, but with the IPL and the TV rights and the Big Bash in Australia and all those other T20 competitions around the world, cricket there's so much opportunity for people to make their way in cricket. And I wanted to ask you about the T20 game. Do you think if T20 never happened, would Japanese cricket be as advanced as it is now? Do you think T20, the short format, has allowed it to really become a more popular sport in Japan?
I think it really helps, and I think the benefits of T20 or even T10 are going to be how we can engage with more fans in Japan is I think the biggest thing, and we haven't really penetrated that sort of area yet. But I think like it's the evolution of cricket has really helped us. Having T20I status, now our international matches mean something. They're not just a friendly match that doesn't get noticed on the international stage. They're T20Is, and the records go into the records book. So, yeah, Kadawaki Fleming and Yamamoto Lake putting on a world record, Guinness record partnership has gone down.
Another wicket here. We've Vipers lose their fifth wicket for 47 runs. Regan, the bowler, picks up his first wicket. Fletcher just played a little. No, he's trying to get on with it a bit and just hit it straight to the man at mid-wicket. So Vipers up, run rate's becoming a bit of an issue now. It's up near 13. Update on ground 2. The Gorillas beating their chest and getting the runs one down with 13 balls to go. Skylar Nakayama Cook with 46 not out of 54 balls, and Tom O'Reilly with 12 off 21. So we're just trying to update the points table, because that will have an effect on who plays in the final. As soon as we have some news, we will give you an update.
Yeah, so back to that, Alex. That world record partnership was great to watch.
Yeah.
I had a bit of free time that day and whacked it on YouTube, and it is that two Japanese cricketers now hold that record.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that makes a huge difference. And so I think from the T20I point of view, that is the biggest difference that is made. Is like it puts us on equal footing as an England, Australia, or India match.
And I mean, imagine in 5 or 10 years' time, if we have a team from Australia or England that comes here and plays, and even if it was a development team or something like that, that'd be just fantastic.
Yeah, so we're talking about the player opportunities as well, and being able to provide opportunities, professional platforms as well. But I do want to give a shout out to our overseas partners, Cricket Victoria, who have supported us for 20 odd years. Sri Lanka Cricket have come on board as a partner. The Titans Cricket in South Africa have come on board, and recently it's the Delhi Capitals, the MCC in London. Like these sort of organizations, they support us to develop cricket in Japan as well. But also we hope that we can develop a fan base through supporting these professional teams around the world, and a player pathway. Us being able to provide and get the players to a certain stage so that they can actually get into these big leagues around the world and not just make a living, but become superstars. And hopefully those superstars can come and give back to the game in the future and build some stands in their name.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. So is there any like possibility in the future that there could be like a scholarship program or something for a young Japanese cricketer who's, you know, born and bred, or even from overseas if he's got Japanese heritage, that he goes and, you know, trains with Cricket Victoria, or gets a traineeship or an internship even, and plays cricket and learns about the game, whether it's groundkeeping or, you know, management of a club or something like that?
Yeah, definitely, and we've done a few in the past, and we're starting to do a lot more through our partners. One of the ones that has been going on for a few years now is the partnership with Titans Cricket, where we've sent 3 female players to the global cricket tournament that they hold in January. This year was the 2nd year, and that was a great, like, they're playing with some young South African players, and some of them are professional as well. We've sent Ahelia from the women's team to the Delhi Capitals with their camp before the WPL this year. We've also sent a couple of male players, Takahashi and Miyaochi, to the LPL in Sri Lanka, and so they were part of the Candy Falcons sort of set up for the tournament. So yeah, like, these opportunities are like the experience of not just the cricket that you play there, but the environment and being exposed to the environment, the team environment, the players is just priceless.
Yeah, and I think if people can see the professionalism that is needed to get to that level, like, you know, let's do a warm up. But if you do a professional warm up, you hopefully you're going to perform better, and you then can influence the teams that you're involved in when you come back to Japan, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, the same thing. You go to school, and the environment, how the players, the other students are taking up the sport or studies is going to influence how you sort of, your commitment, or how you sort of go through those things as well. So, like, yeah, it's the same thing in cricket. Like, if you go into a professional place and that's what you want to sort of go, and you aspire to become, then you've got to look at and say that's a role model, and creating those role models is really important. So, like, yeah, we've had some players come over for the JPL. We'll have some more playing coming over for this JPL, and the WJPL as well is evolving into the next stage. Having people come over from overseas gives a lot more players in Japan that experience as well.
Yeah, definitely, and Josh Brown coming over last year, and he was on my team, the Kansai Chargers. And
how did you get that?
Well, I think we got lucky, and unfortunately we couldn't get him this year. We've got Jack Wood coming from the Brisbane Heat, but just that he was so good with his cricket knowledge, helping all the young kids, answering questions about cricket, and you know, just how he went about playing, and how he got to where he got, because he went from being a club cricketer to you know, working hard and being successful. And he did say to a few of the young boys, you know, if you get a chance, you got to take it, and that's what he did. He got a chance, got to the Brisbane Heat, and then you know, he's all over the world now in various leagues, and but it's great that he's coming back, and obviously he had a great experience here. We just had a wicket fall a few balls ago here. Akash Gimari hold out, and the Vipers are 6 for 51 now of 17 overs, so they're in a big hole of 52 to win of 3 overs. And obviously if he didn't have a good experience here, he wouldn't want to come back. So the fact that he did, and he's keen again, and there's 2 more people from the Big Bash League that are coming, James Bazley and Jack Wood, who are both very good cricketers, and 2 other club cricketers. And you'd love to see in the future, even if it wasn't the Big Bash, but young cricketers, whether it's one from South Africa, one from Sri Lanka, one from England, Australia, West Indies, wherever it be, that they come as a sponsorship from their cricket association and come here for a week or two, or come for the Futures League as well. It'd be really good to get them involved in this, to have one overseas player involved as well.
Yeah, I think that's really important that when people come here and play here, that we give them a positive experience. So when they go back, they're talking about it. Hey, I went to Japan and played cricket, and that's a story that you don't forget. Right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you don't imagine people going to Japan to play cricket. So when people talk about that, it sticks to people. And if that's a positive experience, then that's going to build. So yeah, hopefully in the next few years we'll have professional players that are like lining up to come to Japan.
Yeah, and Japan's a destination country at the moment. I've had so many people from Australia this year contact me and where should I go? What should I do? A few young kids come here, like kids of my friends and that, they've stayed a few nights and, you know, they've gone snowboarding and gone to Tokyo and you sort of mention to them, well, if you come at the right time, you can watch a game of cricket, and it's like that would be another experience to go home and say, I saw the cherry blossoms, I saw the temples and the castles and whatever, and I saw a game of cricket and had a beer and a pie, and maybe even get a game. You know, if the team's short, that you might get a game here. So that would be something that people could put on their sports tourism calendar.
Just an update on the Ground 2 game. So following that game results, an update on the points table. The undefeated Turtles yesterday are in trouble. They've dropped down to second position. The Dragons beat the Vipers, which it looks like they are. The Gorillas will play the Dragons in the final, and the Turtles will miss out due to net run rate. Because the Gorillas one down, chased the 125. I think that boosted up the run rate of them, and the Turtles, fortunately, their run rate's dropped to minus 0.15. So that's the update at the moment.
Right, so we're looking like a Dragons and Gorillas, the two heavyweights of the animal world, I suppose, and the Futures League world.
That's the end of the 18th over. 2 overs to go here. Vipers by 36, 2 overs to win. Thanks for coming up, Alex, to have a chat. It's been an insightful discussion around all things Japan cricket. See the year on year how much Japan cricket grows, and tournaments like this, and the JPL and the women's JPL and everything, all the international cricket coming up. It's a bit of a festival of cricket here in the next 6 weeks. We have the Futures League, the men's under-19 tournament, we have the JPL, we have the men's international series. We have the WJPL and then a women's international series. I don't think I missed anything.
Well, you actually missed our first female junior competition that's going to be held in, or the under-19, under-16, so 2, end of May as well. So yeah, there's only 3 days in May that there's no cricket at the SACG, like including today. It's crazy. But it's what we wanted to do, was to put on a lot of cricket in the spring when it's not too hot. It does get quite hot in summer, as an attraction for people to come down. And Torbay Railway have been great to put up posters on all stations, I think, in principle, as long as the station master's happy with it, of the posters of the international tournament. So we've got some exciting cricket, as you say, and well done in getting most of everything done. So yeah, we look forward to seeing a lot of people down here. So if you are in the area, or if you have enough time to catch a plane, then please come down and watch some cricket.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. It was good to have a chat.
Thanks, guys.
So we've got 10 balls remaining here. The Vipers need 45 runs, thanks to CEO of Japan Cricket, Alex Miyagi, to come in and have a discussion on all things Japan Cricket. It was an insightful chat, Nick.
Yeah, it was. It was excellent. And as we discussed, you know, where Japan Cricket has come from when I first come to Japan 25 years ago, and playing cricket here, and then to be sitting up here now commentating on a game of cricket that's live streamed is probably something that you wouldn't have said was on the cards 25 years ago.
No, definitely not. I remember when I first came here to the ground. It was 10 years ago for an East Asia Cup. The first one that was held here, and we had the old ground. So where the synthetic pitch, we had 3 turf wickets next to it. There was only one ground. There was where the ground 2 is. There was a jungle.
Yeah, there was.
It was the old where the cricket nets are with the old softball diamond. It was all
Yeah,
gravel.
that's true.
The whole ground was gravel. There was no grass, or not much. Sorry, there was some grass, not much grass, and we had this turf wicket in the middle. And it's to see what it's come to now. For everyone involved in Japan cricket, it's been an amazing accomplishment. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Japan cricket.
Exactly. There'd be cricket clubs from all around the world that would be happy with a facility like this.
Oh, it's an amazing facility. We've got
Yeah.
the tea room downstairs. Alex mentioned you can have something to eat and have a drink, or just come and sit and watch some cricket. We've got the deck out the front. We've got the new cricket nets which you can hire. We've got the river grounds down the river. Like Alex said, there's cricket going on here all spring. Every Saturday there's the Japan Cricket League on both grounds.
Yeah.
So I think every Saturday and Sunday.
And Sunday, yep.
So
Division 3 and 4.
If you want to come and have a look at cricket, or you're interested, you've moved to Japan, you're interested in playing cricket, just contact the Japan Cricket Association and they can assist with that.
Yeah, and if you're in Tokyo, jump on the Tobu line and get out to Sano.
Much so.
Hopefully, if I keep coming up here every weekend, they might throw a few tickets my way.
Cash for comments, see? So, great accomplishments. We see the last over with the Vipers up to 58 for 6. Gabriel Hins on 5 and Yuto Iagata on 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, this game has just not kicked on.
I think the Dragons have bowled quite well.
Yeah, they have.
It's been very hard to score. Very straight. Probably the last 10 overs. But, looking forward to the final. The Gorillas have hit back. The Turtles going quite well yesterday, 2 from 2, but they've had a big loss this morning. A nice shot, just didn't get it. Must be 1. Well, they're going to come back for 2, and they'll should be run out. Not outs.
Yeah, the Turtles will be quite disappointed because you start a tournament with 2 wins, and their fate was in their hands. If they won, they were in. But, just couldn't get the job done.
Couldn't get the job done. It's making for an exciting final. The Gorillas versus the Dragons. Everyone runs needs off 5 balls. Bowls. Nice shot. Leg side, he'll get 1. He'll come back for 2, and they'll pick up 2.
The
Wins will move to 10.
The Gorillas chased that down quite easily. 1 for 125 off 17.5 overs. So they had a lot of balls to spare.
A lot of power hitting over there. Let's have a look over through the commentary box to ground 2.
Ball gets hoiked out the square leg, falls short of the fielder. Okay, but he was looking for 2, the batsman, but his partner wasn't interested at all. So, no, 3 balls to go in this innings. Oh, an edge and out, well taken by the wicketkeeper.
Oh, bowled by Arun Regan. He'll get his 2nd wicket. Figures a 2 for 6. The Vipers are at 64 for 7.
There's not much excitement left in this game at the moment, unfortunately. The Dragons players are spread far and wide.
Just the 2 balls remaining. We'll run through the scorecard. The Vipers innings. Hole 6. Hugo Tani Kelly 20. Saw Stavridis 8. Moore 4. Imre 6. Shima Fujioka Fletcher 1. Gabriel Hins 11 not outs. Yuto Yagata gets 2. New batsman in. Just waiting to see his shirt. He can't, he's at the other end. It's just 2 balls to go. Charges, goes aerial, and that'll fall safe, and they'll get a run.
Fielder was a little bit late moving. He mightn't have picked it up.
For the bowlers, we had Kato Stafford, none for 12. Shotaro Hiratsuka, 1 for 14. Patrick Bird bowled quite well, 1 for 8. Manad Nadarajan picked up 2 for 10. Sivakuma, none for 7. Riko Nagoya, he picked up 1 wicket for 5. Aaron Rain, his last over, this will be the last ball. He picks up 2 for 7. So the Vipers will finish on 66 for 7, chasing 102, which means we have the Dragons playing the Gorillas in the final of the Futures League here on ground 1. That'll kick off at 2:30. We'll be back about 5 minutes before the start of the game. Bye for now.